Hi, and welcome to my filming space. I am going to do another puzzle review. I told my regulars, if you see the puzzle review title, just go ahead and skip over it if it's not for you. Because, like I've said in my first puzzle review, I'm Sunshine, been on YouTube for 14 years, mostly vlogging about crafts, my life, my disaster of a life, till I met Jesus. Seriously, I met Jesus. It was awesome. So anyway, this is going to be, I think we're on puzzle review 2. I'm going to not for sure count. Because, let's be honest, I'm going to mess that up. It's okay. The other administration thing is, you may hear my husband's TV. My craft room is behind the living room, so his TV shares a wall, so you might be able to hear that. If you do, I apologize. All right, so on this puzzle, now all these puzzles, feelings, thoughts, whatever you want to call them, are in my opinion. I'm not sponsored, I'm not associated, I'm not affiliated. These are just what I personally think. I encourage you to go ahead and try it. Each person might have a different experience. You know what I'm saying? This is just based on what I have experienced. So today's puzzle review is going to be White Mountain. It's called Fictions, the Amazing Artwork of J Scott Nicol, or Nicole. I don't have an E on the end. It says finest quality, larger pieces. It did have the larger pieces. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle. Let me just show you. So this is the box. White Mountain. I feel like I've done a White Mountain before. I filmed a lot of these, like when I was going through my puzzle addiction, when I could do them. I felt like I've done a White Mountain puzzle before, but I don't remember. Most of these are probably going to be vintage. I'm just finding them at thrift shops, wherever I can find them. There's two new ones that I'm working on where I filmed the first review. So yeah, this is what it looks like. And it was a big piece puzzle. It really was. I did like that part. The colors were really vibrant. Now, I chose this one. This is not a normal puzzle that I would gravitate towards, but I saw it and I thought, okay, this might be really doable because each section, there's just sections, right? I did tape the back after I glued it. So let me talk to you about this puzzle. I'm going to set it down because it's massive. Oh, let me tell you the measurements. The completed measurements are 24 inch by 30 inch. This puzzle and I were not on the same page at all. This was another puzzle that just completely fell apart anytime you touched it. Anytime you went to scoot 2 pieces, you might as well grab both of those pieces. This puzzle was one of those. It utterly fell apart anytime you touched it. I had the brilliant idea to scoot it from the table I was working on, because it could hold a 1,000-piece puzzle. But because these were larger pieces, I need a bigger space. So I thought, oh, I'll just scoot it on this piece of cardboard, this giant piece of cardboard I had, right? So I butted it up to the table. It was like this. My husband helped me. Let's just say it didn't work. I ended up having to redo like 90% of that puzzle. And I was still working on it anyway, so it wasn't a big loss. But it was like, dang. The subject was okay. The subject matter was, yeah. It was really cool to see some of the ones I recognize. But again, the quality is not there. The quality is just not there on that one. It was even falling apart as I was gluing. I've never had a puzzle do that to me. It was completely falling apart when I was gluing, and that's all I gotta say about that. But other than that, it was fairly straightforward. It did have some interesting shape pieces, but nothing, oh my gosh, I've never seen that before, or oh, this is hard. So I hate to judge White Mountain off of this, because that's the thing with doing vintage puzzles, is they may have changed their formula. They may have read customer reviews and went from horrible, crappy puzzle to awesome. You know what I'm saying? So I hate to do reviews of a certain company, because I know, things change through the years. Some companies actually read customer comments. So for this certain puzzle, I give it a 2 out of 5. Not good for me, not for me, just not for me. It only has 2 stars because of the content and the picture. Like the graphics was good, really good. I loved the graphics. I loved how each thing was its own section. And I really enjoyed that a lot. But when it comes to putting it together, when it comes to gluing it together, it's going to hang on this wall because I'm blank. All of this is YouTube subscriber mail or random stuff that I've gotten. So this wall is blank and it's going to go for puzzles. I am going to hang it on the wall because it doesn't fit my kitchen puzzle theme wall in there. But I just 2 out of 5 stars. It's just, I don't understand. Maybe this was something that they first just came. I don't think it has a date. Let me put these on because I do wear these, but the glare from everything is just too much for people. Well, it's a 2016, so it's not that old, is it? Nah, not in my world. But maybe if I find a White Mountain that's a newer puzzle, I may give it a try. I feel like I need to have that, okay, this is 2016. Did it get better with the newer, are they still in business? I mean, there's a lot of factors that could be bettered, I guess you would say. Yeah, no puzzles reviews are something I'm new at, so I don't have a lot of information about puzzles right now. I have experience with puzzles because if you go to my older videos, maybe you'll see me talking about them. I don't know, but I went and did so many puzzles. I had them glued, and I was going to use them as like wallpaper. I mean, I had a stack, but circumstances happened. Things changed, and I had to get rid of them. And I broke my heart to let them go. But at the time, I needed a safe space to live where I wasn't, I can't say that word no longer on YouTube, but DV, if you know what I'm talking about, DV. So yeah. Anyway, overall, that's it. Now, my next one, the one I'm working on right now, is, I believe, the White Mountain that I was telling you about. I think it's White Mountain. No, not White Mountain. I just did White Mountain. Oh, I can't remember. Buffalo puzzles used to be with them. Signature Select. No, Signature Select is off-brand food. Anyway, I am working on that one right now, and I love it. The pieces are clicking together. You can move a whole section at a time. And the content, the image, what do you call that technically? What's the word? Content maybe? Images? I don't know. But the theme is Texaco. And Texaco is a very dear thing to my heart. I'll discuss that in the next review. But I like trying random companies, I guess. I have my favorites. I have my apps. You just see the first video. Charles Wasaki is my absolute favorite. Absolute favorite. And I don't remember who makes his brands. So that tells you something. I'm about useless. Oh, I forgot that my hair was clipped up there. I bet y'all are fascinated. Anyway, but I think it's a cool thing to try different brands of puzzles to see where we're at from where we came from to where we're at, if that makes sense. And then I got the current puzzle I'm working on and my future puzzle, I got them at a place called Ollie's. Now, Ollie's is good stuff, cheap. I think that's what their slogan is. And it's basically, I think, overstock or stuff that they're not selling anymore in companies. I don't know. But they bring it over to Ollie's, slap a cheap sticker on it, and, we can buy it. It's brand new stuff. But my Ollie's is having a puzzle blowout sale where they're $4.99 a piece. Now, I have actually seen Ravenburger. Okay, I can't pronounce that one either. Now, they aren't part of the $4.99 sale, but they are there. They do have those. And they have different kind of folks. From 300 on up. They do the little kids puzzles, obviously. But my favorite is right at 1,000. Now, if there's an image on 300 or 500 that I just cannot live without, you bet I'll do those. My go-to puzzling is for image. It's all about image. Because I'm not going to work on a puzzle that I hate the image and I'm not going to glue up. I'm a gluer, so if I don't want to glue that puzzle image, I'm not going to work on it. I know that sounds weird, but I want to work on something that I love and I want to decorate my walls with. And my husband's on board with that, so he doesn't care. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Take care. And if you haven't tried this puzzle, maybe give it a try. Maybe it got better. You never know. Take care and puzzle on.